the survey shows that unemployment's the main issue and that the alliance vote has declined some more. And now, going to a man who never declines, he's a man of authority, a man of stature. He's Commander Philpott.
And he's giving you a weather forecast that hasn't altered since it was given 4 times ago. However, for those of you who just joined us, let's have a look at what we expect the weather to do until this evening. We'll start in the southwest, and here you'll have the best of the sunny intervals, but also some showers. These will be wintry later, with perhaps some snow over the high hills and moors. At around 5 centigrade, it will feel quite cold in the fresh wind, so I'd get some hot breakfast inside me. And for the central and eastern chunk of the country, some rain in the extreme south. This to start with. This will soon move away, however, to give a day of scattered rain or sleet showers. In fact, there won't be very many showers in the east at all. In the northwest, however, there could be some quite frequent ones, and they could turn to snow later on this evening. The strong northwesterly wind will moderate later, but I'd add a thermos of tea to my cooked breakfast before I go out this morning. In the northern areas, showers of snow, which could merge into more continuous falls in the north this morning. In fact, it looks more like, from the latest information, as though there'll be mainly rain, these showers. The gales may cause some drifting if we get some snow on the very high ground. Certainly won't allow temperatures to rise about above 3 or 4 centigrade. For tomorrow, snow showers dying out, but colder with widespread night frost. And on Thursday, we could have some more general snow. So keep up the intake of the hot food. Over to Anna.
Thank you very much. We'll be back in a moment with some naked males. See you then.
Make today your Mace shopping day. Make it Mace.
Mace cornflakes 49p.
Make it Mace.
Daz Automatic 65p.
Make it Mace.
Mace baked beans 19.5p.
Shopping for the odd thing or shopping for the week. You'll find your local Mace store has all your neighborhood needs.
Isn't it nice to have Mum to stay, Kevin? We can show off our lovely new Tefal thick and thin toaster. Look, Mum, with this lever, it can grip any size slice and brown it all nice and even. From big, chunky doorsteps for my big, chunky Kevin to little slices for me. Well, go on, dearest. Cut Mum a slice.
The thick and thin toaster from Tefal.
That makes sense. More for your pens.
Goodness gracious.
Great quality.
Edam, great value too.
Think of a meal? Think of New Zealand lamb meal makers. Quick and easy meal makers. Loin chops when you're in a hurry. Budget meal makers. Neck cut casserole. Makes your budget stretch. Family meal makers. Roast whole shoulder for a get-together. And all with the help of meal makers, New Zealand lamb.
It's happening all over Britain. A little extra help from the Halifax, the world's biggest building society. More than 7.5 million people are making the future just a little more certain by saving with the Halifax. Only one thing the Halifax insists on. You must take out more money than you put in. If that sounds fair, get a little extra help from the Halifax.
Glamour calendars are a must these days for the smart companies, and they're big business for the photographers, not least the Queen's cousin, Lord Lichfield. But these days, pin-ups don't have to be scantily clad ladies. American reporter Debbie Sobian reveals all.
Fashion photographer Jerry Tovo, taking pictures of some gorgeous models. Models who are on the hottest new calendar in St. Louis. Tovo calls his creation the Crackerjack calendar, As designer, publisher, and photographer, he joined the newest craze sweeping the country of putting men in the spotlight, once reserved for women only.
Well, the men have a calendar with ladies on. Why shouldn't the ladies have a calendar with men on?
Sales of the Cracker Jack calendar have been 10-to-1 over calendars that are more traditional, animal, and extraterrestrial.
We're a little surprised, but we think it's a lot of fun.
Jerry Tovo invited St. Louisans to send in pictures of guys they thought would make good pinups. He was shocked with 1,000 responses. A panel of women chose the winners.
It was basically a photography contest, but because we look at it more than just the outer package, as women tend to do, we really did ask them a lot of questions about themselves and tried to keep up the quality of the person that was in it as well.
And a lot of women agree with the judges' decisions.
I think it's adorable. I like cute young guys. Why not? Yeah, I think it's great.
Would you have one of these in your house?
I would. My husband would have a stroke, but I would. They come with names and addresses.
I have one of those in my house. Angela and I are going to ask for one for the office.
You want one of those for the office?
Absolutely, yes.
It's got names and addresses, she said.
But does it turn you both on?
I think they were wonderful. What about the girly calendars? They turn you on.
Some of them, but actually the girls in Vogue, I think, are better than the ones in Playboy. What do you think?
Have you ever been asked to have your photograph taken with no clothes on?
I have. I was asked a long time ago in the first flush of youth, as you saw me in that rhubarb field.
And what did you say, Michael?
I said, if you can find it, you can photograph it.
And they said the staple will cover it.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, two staples.
Do you think we should tell people we've been joined?
Yes, I think they've probably gathered that by now, that Michael and Robert and Angela have rejoined us at the conclusion of this our first morning. But it's an interesting subject, that. I mean, do you both feel it's a great moment of liberation that these sort of calendars are produced for women?
I thought their attitude was right.
It's fun.
Fun, yeah. Yes.
Just fun.
It's your basic fun, isn't it? We should say thank you, in fact, to all the vast number of people who telephoned us this morning. Thank them for the positive things they had to say. A lot of comments about the contents of the programme too. Mr. Tebbett's appearance sparked off plenty of reaction, particularly from those of you who are unemployed. Cheeky question from one viewer. You don't have to answer this. Who's younger, Anna or Angela?
Actually, we both have birthdays. We're both Librians, because mine is October the 12th and
I'm
yours
October
is
the 2nd.
October the 2nd.
But I'm a year older.
Yes.
And
I just look older.
And
rubbish.
Mum's...
It's not true. It's not true. I should defend you to the last, Angela.
Colin Cherry, a bakery worker from Northampton, says that Anna looks all the better for being a mum. Isn't that nice?
That's very nice. The baggy bits show.
And the modesty will get you everywhere. And there's no reference to the rest of us being pregnant at the time. We've had calls from far afield.
If there were, it would be the lead story, of course.
It would.
Yeah.
Angela Rippon announces to Lord Thompson in an interview at 5:30 this morning that a polite inquiry as to why Jersey isn't mentioned in the weather forecast. Thank you for all of your messages this morning. We appreciate them all. Someone phoned in a clipping here from the Birmingham Evening Mail, which says, a con man tricked people into parting with deposits for cars they never received so that he could get money to pay for a trip to the European Court of Justice. Isn't that a sweet reason to do that for? How are things upstairs this morning, Robert?
Oh, fast and furious. Very enjoyable. I enjoyed watching you down here too very much.
We enjoyed it enormously.
Yes.
I must say I haven't had such a nice morning for a long time.
I know that's the feeling. I mean, I'd be happy for the show to go on just among ourselves, which I guess is the way it should be, isn't it?
Yes, or we might go and have breakfast or something, don't you think?
I'm sure it'll be the same way at weekends.
Oh, it'll be full of vigour and vim at weekends.
Oh, that?
No, absolutely. And male pin-ups and all that sort of... The meaning of life as viewed from the weekends.
Well, we're right at the end of the programme, so we'd just like to thank you for joining us this morning, and if it's all right with you, we'd like to come again tomorrow. Good morning.
Good morning.